Hi, I'm Gordon from Camera Labs. It's March 2025 and I'm here at the photography show, which this year is making its first appearance at the Excel Centre in London. So let's pop inside, see what's new and how the vibe differs from its traditional home in Birmingham. This one looks keen enough. Here on the Canon stand, they had a lot of setups for people who are travel vloggers. Here I am in their tuk-tuk. But also if you're setting up some sort of health and beauty or cookery type channel. And they were showing all of their most recent products. So we've got the R5 Mark II. I think a camera that many more people should be talking about. It's very easy to slag off the earlier R5 for its overheating and maybe skewing issues, but most or all of that's been resolved on the Mark II and no one's really talking about it. I did a full review of it if you are interested in finding out more though. Also the flagship R1 if you're a sports or wildlife shooter or just fancy that body with the built-in grip. There's of course also the R3 and their latest hybrid lenses. I really like how the zooms share the same style and also the primes share their own style, so everything matches and is perfectly balanced. However, no sign or even mention of the PowerShot V1. That remains a product which has been only announced in Southeast Asia. Hopefully, surely that will change soon and I'll have news of that just as soon as it happens, if it happens. Wex, one of the biggest retailers in the UK, was doing brisk business. They're actually also one of my partners, so if you're in the UK and you're looking for a price on a new camera or lens or any other equipment, do check the links in the description. Thanks for your support. Australian microphone company Rode was showing all of its latest products. I'm really fond of the ones that they do for podcasters, and in this case this really neat vision mixer for anyone who wants to really put together their own professional looking show at home. I love these kind of products. I'm excited to be here on the Ricoh stand looking at all the Pentax products. Excited because they weren't at CP Plus in Japan the other week. I got a comment from some people going, why didn't you cover Ricoh Pentax? It's because they weren't there, or no, I didn't see them anyway. So it's nice to catch up with the company and also see their range of imaging products. We've got their DSLRs, the Pentax 17, which of course is a half-frame 35mm camera, and the ever-popular GR series of compacts. I really like that they're doing something different from the rest of the industry. Ooh, look at these lovely t-shirts available on the Fujifilm stand. Over on the Fujifilm stand, they were of course showing all their latest cameras, including their ever-popular X100VI here. No new announcements, but it's always nice to catch up with these products. And I look forward to seeing what they're going to bring out during the rest of 2025. Hopefully they won't keep us waiting too long. Over on the Sigma stand, the star of the show is of course the recently announced BF camera, and I've got a full preview of this if you're interested, if you've managed to avoid it, which I'm sure you haven't because it's really grabbed the headlines. For me, the more I look at this camera, the more I really appreciate these silver versions of the I series lenses. I think they look really, really nice. Currently only available in L mount, but every time I manage to get a Sigma employee to listen to me for more than a few minutes, I plead for them to also release E-mount versions of these because I'm sure there are a lot of Sony owners who would love one of these silver lenses. Anyway, let me know if you've got any more questions about this camera and what you'd like me to see tested. One of the things I like about UK shows are show deals like those you see behind me here. This is courtesy of London Camera Exchange. I'm not sure whether this is a UK or European specific thing, but I have very happy memories of attending various shows like this in the past and grabbing a bargain. In the 90s, I was pretending to be a DJ and going to the Light and Sound show in Kensington and picking up boxes to carry around 12-inch vinyls and later laser discs. And before that, in the 80s, the Personal Computer World show. Oh God, I loved getting those carrier bags that were branded with leaflets from all the latest games companies. Of course, I later went on to work for them. Anyway, enough reminiscing, let's get back to it. If you're into filming product B-roll or maybe some products for a catalogue, a light box is going to prove invaluable. So it's so nice to see some different sizes and styles here. I particularly like this light dome, really good for smaller objects, and a larger one here for bigger products. These are all under a series called Foldio. Now that is a large printer. This is the Epson Shore Color P2500. Prints up to 64 inches wide with 12 inks. This is a pretty serious bit of kit. Not sure I'm going to be getting this one in for review, but let me know if you'd like me to do any larger format printers. As has now become traditional on the Nikon stand, I head straight for the ZF and ZFC cameras. I just love the way that they look. Maybe I should test one sometime. Nice to catch up with Meike and see all of their lenses. One of their more recent models is this 85mm 1.8, available in E, Z and L mounts. So it's a full frame lens and it costs about £300. Here on the OM Systems stand, of course, the most recent OM3. I think they're winning the retro style contest. This is such a beautiful looking camera. I've got a full preview of this if you're interested in finding out more. Over on the Laowa stand, their new series of tilt-shift lenses. This is a 100mm f2.8. It's available in Canon RF, Sony E, Nikon Z, and also Fujifilm's GFX mount. That's medium format, so obviously you're not going to get as much of a tilt-shift range when you've got a bigger sensor behind it. But that's still pretty impressive. They got a 100mm, a 55, also 2.8, and a 35 2.8. That is coming in the near future. So I'm really looking forward to testing these lenses. Wandering around this show, one big company is notable by its absence. That's Panasonic, which is a bit of a shame because of the recently announced S1R Mark II. Although if you are interested in that camera, I do have a pretty detailed hands-on first looks of it. It is a really nice product for both photographers and for videographers, but also if you do want to have a look yourself, Panasonic do I think a free 48-hour loan. If you go to Lumix loan website, you can sort one of those out for yourself. Let me know what you think. Over on the Sony stand, the recently announced 16mm and 400 to 800mm. I've got reviews of both of those. Do check out my one on the 16. I feel it got a little bit lost with all of the other announcements. And of course, all of their other recent bodies, including the A1 II. No new bodies yet, though. I think a lot of us are waiting for an A7 Mark V and to see whether the A7S line is going to get a successor or whether, I don't know, will it be merged with another series? Let me know what you think. If you're looking for an everyday carry, how about the Viltrox 42 to 420mm mounted on a nice compact Arri body here? Maybe not what I would be using around the photography show on a daily basis, but nice to see. Actually, it's nice to be on the Viltrox stand because I did miss them at CP Plus, so I'm able to have a look at two of their new lenses here. The 35mm 1.2 Lab, costing in the region of about $1,000 US, and the 85mm 1.4 Pro, costing around $500-ish US. Both initially launching in the Sony E mount, but hopefully available in some other mounts in the near future. Let me know if you'd like me to test them. And that's it for the Photography Show 2025. I hope I've given you a taste of what was shown here and the general vibe of the show. It's really nice that people are still putting these events on. You know, it's really important to attend them because there's a lot of countries where there are no more camera shows. So it's really nice to see not only TPS existing, but thriving very, very nicely. There's a lot of people here and they all seem to be enjoying this wonderful hobby of ours. Let me know if you came or what you'd like to see in future shows. And I thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.